given the curve x squared cosine square y minus sine y equals 0. That's the implicit function, implicit derivative function. We have more than one variable in this curve, x and y, so we're gonna find the derivative implicitly. So first we need to prove or disprove that this point 0 and pi on the curve. What we're gonna do is to substitute for 0 as x and y as and pi as y. So this will be 0 squared times cosine will be 0. This term will be 0 minus sine y, which is sine pi. Sine pi is sine 180 is the same as 0, which is 0. 0 times -1 is 0. So left equals right. So this point on the curve. Okay, that's the first request. The second request, we need to find the tangent line equation and the normal line equation. To find the tangent line equation or normal line equation, the first thing that you have to do is to find the slope. And in order to find the slope, you have to find the derivative and separate dy over dx. That's my target here. Find dy over dx and then plug it in 0 and pi here. That's the slope. So slope is the derivative of y at the given point 0 and pi. Slope. Okay. So we need to find the derivative of this function. Derivative of x squared. Derivative of x squared cosine y squared. Cosine x squared. Cosine y squared. Yeah, better to put this square over here. This looks like a derivative of product function. Yeah, we're gonna deal with it. Minus sine y equals 0. So we rewrite the equation first to make it easy to find the derivative. Let's do the derivative here on the side. X squared cosine y squared. Here's x squared cosine y squared. That's u and that's v. So it will be u dash v plus u v dash. So this will be the derivative of x squared is 2x times v, which is cosine y squared. Derivative of first times the second plus the first x squared times the derivative of the second derivative of cosine y squared. How to find the derivative? Using chain rule, we're gonna find the derivative of the whole function first here. So what we could do here is to drop 2 in front, 2, and keep cosine y now. Keep cosine y. And here is 2 minus 1 is 1. So drop 2 in the front, the exponent, and then 2 minus 1 is 1. That's the derivative of the whole function here. And then we go inside in here. Derivative of cosine. What's derivative of cosine? I believe you know it, which is sine y. And don't forget to mention negative because it's negative sine y. Derivative of cosine is negative sine y. Then go deeply inside in here. Derivative of y, which is dy over dx. So let's copy that here. Copy the whole things over here. So derivative of this part will be 2x cosine y squared minus x squared. You could write 2 in the beginning here as coefficient for the whole thing. So it's 2x squared cosine y times sine y times dy with respect to x, dy over dx. This is the derivative of the first part. Derivative of the second part, which is sine y, put negative, and then you know that derivative of sine is cosine y. Implicitly, you have to find derivative of y, dy over dx equals 0. That's our derivative of the curve equation. Now our mission is to separate dy over dx. So we're gonna keep any items have dy over dx, keep it to the right. And move any items as non dy over dx to the right side. Let's do that here. So we're going to keep negative 2 x squared cosine y sine y dy over dx minus cosine y dy over dx equal to, we're going to move 2x cosine y squared to the other side, will be negative 2 x cosine y. You could put square here or just to square it in general here. Square. And then, as we know, we have to separate dy over dx. So we're going to take it out as common. So you take dy over dx out and put whatever left inside. Negative 2 x squared cosine y sine y here minus cosine y. And in the other side, we have negative 2 x cosine y squared. Then we're going to divide both sides by, because I want to separate dy over dx, so we divide by this negative 2x squared cosine y sine y minus cosine y. So we're going to keep dy over dx to the left equals, we're going to move this part under this part. So negative 2x cosine y squared over negative 2x squared cosine y sine y minus cosine y. That's the derivative. Remember that we need to find the derivative at 0 and pi. 0 and pi. So let's do that here. That's to find the slope. So the derivative at 0 and pi means you substitute for x equals 0 and y equals pi, equals. The top one will be negative 2 times 0 times cosine y equals 0 over 0 times whatever cosine y sine is 0 minus cosine pi. Cosine pi is 1. Negative 1 times negative is positive 1. So the slope A will be 0. the slope of this line, it will be 0. The tangent line has a slope of 0, means it's horizontal like this, horizontal. So if you want to find the tangent line equation, will be y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, because this is 0, 0 times whatever is 0. And here is y minus y1 is pi. So add pi to both sides. It will be y equals 0 plus pi is pi. Y equals pi. That's the tangent line. Tangent line equation, y equals pi. And it will be horizontal like this. The normal line will be vertical, and the vertical line has no slope. Normal line, it will be no slope, has no slope. Thanks.